Hey y'all, welcome back. Beautiful day, nice and like 74 degrees. And I'm hoping I don't get eat up by nothing. And then I'm outside in my backyard. Anyway, so today we're talking about being an adult and dealing with childhood trauma. Because yesterday we was driving home and was driving through a certain area, and it triggered a memory from my childhood. And I started talking to my husband about some of the trauma that I had to go through. And just tears started flowing. And I wasn't crying like uncontrollably. It was just tears. And I didn't even feel like I was crying, like sorrow or anything like that. I was just crying. It's hard to explain. And that triggered another memory from childhood, which was very hard and difficult. And that triggered another memory. And so I'm sitting here telling him all this. And then last night, I barely could sleep. And then when I finally got to sleep, it was hard to wake up this morning. And child abuse of any kind, be it sexual or physical or mental, is very hard to overcome. And having to deal with all three is the most difficult thing a child will have to go through. And being an adult and having things trigger you and then reliving every single one of those is so difficult, because you repress those things and you don't want to relive those things. And I talked to my counselor today, and I told him, I don't want to be a victim. I'm not a victim. I'll never be a victim, because I don't see myself as a victim, because I'm stronger than that. And as difficult as it was for me to tell my husband those things, and as uncomfortable as it was to talk about, I apparently needed to talk about it, because, just stuff just kept coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, just shut up, I don't want to talk about it. But apparently I need to talk about it. And a person can only hold back things for so long before they just start coming out. And it's hard to feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on you all the time, trying to make sure that everybody else is taken care of. When you're trying to make sure that you don't break down. Because if you break down, then who's going to take care of everybody else? If you take care of yourself, then who's going to take care of everybody else? I've just always been the one to take care of everything and everybody. And I get like 1 hour a week to take care of myself, and I still feel like that 1 hour I'm talking about everybody else but myself. And then today I talked about myself, and I let a little bit of that go. Trauma's hard. I know I'm not going to go into details about all the different types of trauma that I had to go through, but it was basically all three of what I've mentioned. But honestly, I believe that I'm the person I am today because of what I've been through. And I don't hate anybody. I don't blame anybody. And there's good reason for that. I was raised in church. And as much as I should probably hate the people who've done the things that they've done to me, I don't. I'm not going to say that what happened to me wasn't hard and that I'm not still dealing with it, but I can't hate those people and I can't blame them for what's going on in my life. I actually have a pretty good life. I got 3 beautiful kids, a wonderful husband. I've overcame those struggles. Not saying that it didn't affect me in my parenting, and how strict I am and how cautious I am and mentally screwed up I am. Because it will change a person. Not going to say if I didn't have that stuff happen to me that I wouldn't be a different person, because I probably would be. Childhood trauma is hard. And being an adult who's having to relive the childhood trauma is even harder. I am so thankful that I am in counseling, because I really don't know if I would be able to deal with what's coming up if I wasn't in counseling. There's a lot of feelings there I don't want to feel. And it's really sad and painful. But I'll get through it. And I just urge anybody who's been through sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, if you've been through it as a child, young adult, anything, if you're going through it now, just get help, because you are stronger than what you're going through. And I am definitely living proof of that, because I have overcome so much, and I'm still here. There's been times where I thought I was going to end it all because of all the things that's happened to me in my life. But I'm still here, and I have beautiful kids. And even after having my kids and losing my husband David, I thought I would end it all right there on his grave. But I overcame that too. There's no point in ending your life. Things will get better. I always looked at it like this. Things will always get better. I've always tried to stay positive, even though I know things look terrible and I get really depressed. I've always felt like things will be okay. And I just try to be as happy and positive as it could be around other people. But then in like the darkness and the shadows of my room, I'm like, it's not going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. But then it's like, what am I doing to myself? It is going to be okay. So I always pull myself out eventually. It's going to be okay. It's got to be okay. There's no other choice. Life is hard, Joe. Those little triggers that lead to other things. It's just hard. Life is hard. Life doesn't get any easier. It doesn't come with a handbook. Unless you read the Bible. And then things get a little easier. I think the kids are coming around with the four-wheeler, so I might want to get off here. Because y'all are not going to be able to hear me. Or maybe that's a lot more. I don't know. One or the other. They're making some kind of noise over there. But those are my thoughts today. There may be another segment on this one. Who knows? There probably will be. Because this is something that needs to be talked about. That not a lot of people are comfortable talking about. And let's be honest, I'm not real comfortable talking about it. Probably not real good at talking about it. But if you're an adult or whatever, I don't want to. If you're a teenager watching this and you're dealing with trauma from your childhood, get help. I don't know what I'd do without my counselor. Like, for real. Trauma's hard. There's no right or wrong. But the one thing that I want to make clear, it's never, somebody is always here for you. Suicide's never an option. So never go down that road. There's always somebody here for you. And make that clear. Don't never try to take that road. I've got scars. And I'm not proud of it. So I thought if I left this world that all my troubles would end. That all my pain would go away. It's just not the case. My beautiful kids wouldn't be here today if I would have done that. So, y'all keep your head up. And keep moving forward because it'll get better. I always say it has to get better. Y'all have a good day.